All right, let's dive right into the incredible story behind one of Thailand's most legendary sacred objects. It's a tale that really begins on the battlefield, forged in the heat of conflict, and it all centers on this one object of immense spiritual power.
You know, during the Indochina and Second World Wars, a legend was born. A story about these seemingly invincible Thai soldiers who just baffled their foreign enemies. They earned this chilling nickname, Dahan P, which translates to ghost soldiers.
I mean, can you imagine? These soldiers were seen taking direct fire, being charged with bayonets, and they would just remain unharmed. Some reports even said they'd get shot down, fall to the ground, only to get right back up and keep fighting. So what was going on? What was their unbelievable secret?
Well, the answer wasn't some newfangled technology or secret military training. Nope, it was something ancient, something they carried with them. A small, sacred clay tablet that was given to them right before they headed into battle. The stories coming back from the front lines were just astonishing. Bullets reportedly wouldn't penetrate their bodies. Bayonets couldn't seem to pierce their skin. I mean, the tales of their invulnerability were so extraordinary, they became a national legend. And it was all attributed to the power of this one amulet they all wore, the Phra Kaew Wat Sam Pluem.
So, to really understand this amulet, we have to go back in time, way before any of these wars, to the place it was first created, an ancient temple right in the heart of Bangkok.
This historic temple, known to locals as Wat Sam Pluem, is old. We're talking a Utia period old. During the reign of King Rama III, it got this massive facelift, led by one of the most powerful generals of the time, Chao Phraya Bodindecha. And for centuries, this temple was holding a secret, a hidden treasure, locked away deep inside its stupas.
Now, these amulets weren't just discovered all at once in some big treasure chest. Their discovery was actually this slow, gradual process, happening as the old temple structures began to crumble and, well, give up their secrets over almost 100 years.
The first small batch turned up around the year 2400 BE during some repairs. Then another little batch was found about 14 years later. But the most important discovery, the big one, happened in 2483 BE. That's 1940. Just as war was looming, a crumbling stupa revealed over 50,000 of these amulets. It was this discovery that ended up arming the ghost soldiers and really cemented the amulet's legendary status forever.
Okay, now let's actually look at the amulet itself, because this is where the story takes a really fascinating turn. Its physical composition seems to completely contradict its reputation for making soldiers invincible. Now, nobody's 100% sure who made them. Historians have two main theories. The first is that they were created by that great general Chao Phraya Bodindecha way back during the reign of King Rama III. The other theory points to a group of highly respected monks at the temple, but much later, around 2414 BE.
The recipe for these amulets is what's really key here. They're made from a fine white powder of burnt seashells mixed with other sacred materials. And the binding agent? Get this, it was tangy oil and banana. Yep, banana. This created a really soft, detailed texture, but it also meant the amulets were incredibly delicate, just extremely brittle.
And this just brilliantly highlights the central paradox of this amulet. It's a symbol of total invincibility that is itself extraordinarily fragile. In fact, some sources say that over 90% of the amulets found were already broken or damaged. That makes a perfect, intact piece unbelievably rare. These amulets were created using a bunch of different molds, or PIM as they're known. The most common ones you'll see are the lotus petal and triangle shapes, but the one collectors go crazy for, the most sought after by far, is the Pim Sir Loon, or the bald head type. It is the absolute rarest and most valuable of them all.
So how does a battlefield legend evolve into a treasured cultural artifact that people seek out today? How does a story from the past give an object its power right here in the present?
Well, in Thai culture, there's this concept called putukun. It's basically the sacred spiritual power of an amulet. And for the Wat Sam Pluem amulet, this power isn't just about abstract faith, it is directly tied to those very real historical accounts of the ghost soldiers.
So the powers people believe it has are focused mainly on protection. You've got Kongrafon Chatri, which is invulnerability to weapons, and Cloud Clot, which is the ability to just evade danger. But because of that possible connection to a great general, it's also believed to grant metta mahaniam, powers of charm, kindness, and leadership.
So in the end, it's this really unique combination, right? You've got a heroic wartime story, this incredibly fragile texture, and a deep-seated spiritual belief. You put all that together, and you transform a simple object into a piece of living heritage, a relic that is now a true holy grail for collectors.
And that really leaves us with a final fascinating thought. The story of Phra Wat Sam Pluem just goes to show you that sometimes the greatest strength isn't found in the physical material of an object at all, but in the history, the belief, and the stories it carries with it.